What's up, sisterhood? It's Lady Jen here, and I am so excited about our book read for this month. It is called Sacred Rhythms by Ruth Barton, and I want to profusely apologize for sending you the wrong link. The link I sent you in the email was to the book study and not the actual book. So I apologize, and I did send the updated link in our Facebook group. So few things that I want to let you know about. Number one, I heard from some of you ladies, the book right now on Amazon, if you order it right now, you're not going to get it until like the end of the month. So we have some solutions for you, okay? Number one, make sure that you click where it says used. You can buy your book used. And actually, this is a used book. I bought mine used as well. And you can get those sooner, okay? Number two, also think about doing the Audible. Audible is also an option that's going to allow you to gain insight from the entire book, the material that's in there. And then also go to christianbooks.com. You can get it faster there, okay? So that's the first part in just securing your book, Sacred Rhythms. Why are we reading this book? Because I believe that as we make space in our life for spiritual transformation, we will grow closer to God. We will have a greater awareness of ourselves in terms of our purpose and what God is purposing us to do and to be. And then as we are entering into this season of prayer and fasting, this is going to be an amazing resource to help you to develop rhythms, spiritual rhythms that are helping you to grow your relationship with Christ. And so, number one, I want you to know that this is not like a normal book. This is not like a story book where, it's a story from the beginning to end. This is more of a resource book. I believe that this is going to be a book that stays on your bookshelf literally until you go to glory, because this is a book that you're going to pull out to disciple other women, maybe your children, your nieces, or people in your life. This is going to be a book that you share with them. And so this is how I want to encourage you to read the book. We have about a good, 20 days or so before we meet. So number one, I want to make sure that you read chapter 1, okay? Make sure you read chapter 1 because it's a great introduction to the book. And it really positions our heart to why we need to create sacred rhythms in our lives. Then the next thing that I want you to do is read through the table of contents. There may be a chance that you might not be able to read the entire book, and I get that. But what I want you to do is to pick out at least 2 of the spiritual disciplines that you see here listed in the book. So as you read through the table of contents, and I'm going to read some of them to you. One of them is solitude, creating space for God. Scripture, encountering God through the word. Prayer, honoring the body. Self-examination, discernment, recognizing and responding to the presence of God. Sabbath. As you read those, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or more jumps out at you and you want to learn more about that specific discipline. So again, I want you to pick at least 2. So let's say you can't get through the whole book and read the whole book. At least you're going to read chapter 1 and you're going to read at least 2 of the chapters pertaining to a specific discipline that you want to learn more about and that you want to practice this year, okay? And then the second to last thing I want to tell you is the chapter that I really need you to read is chapter 9. It's called Rule of Life. And what that is cultivating rhythms for spiritual transformation. So really, after the thought is that you read through this whole book and you figure out what is going to work for you. What kind of spiritual rhythm can you create that then becomes a rule of life? And so during our fellowship time on Friday, January 26th, we want to begin to put together our rule of life. So that's why I need you to have read chapter 9. So at least chapter 1, chapter 9 for sure. And then I want you to pick 2 of the disciplines. So at minimum, you're going to be reading at least 4 chapters of this book, okay? And then the last piece of information that I want to share with you, because again, this is really, like I said, a resource book. I really believe that you're going to be referencing this book throughout the entire year and just your entire journey with God. And so in Appendix C, that one is called Choosing Spiritual Disciplines That Correspond to Our Needs. Women, we are all obviously walking different walks in our life, right? all of us are contending with different things in our life. And because of that, we may need a specific spiritual discipline that is going to serve us best based on the season of life that we are in, okay? So for kicks, I want you to go to Appendix C, okay? Page 186. We're going to flip there real quick. And right there on these pages, this page, you will see, hold on, let me get to it here. Appendix C. You will see a little list, right? And on the left hand are it says sins and negative patterns. These are things that's just happening in your life, and you want to break that pattern. You want to break that cycle. Some of them is discontent, lack of faith, restlessness, lack of direction, lust. And so for each one of these sins or negative patterns, guess what? There is a corresponding discipline that you can begin to practice that is going to help you break out of that negative pattern. So again, when you're deciphering which 2 chapters should you read, you can reference this list. So you might say, you know what, I deal with a lot of lack of direction. Well, guess what? A corresponding discipline for that is discernment and listening to the body. So maybe that may be the 2 chapters that you want to read. So again, ladies, I hope you see how this book is really going to help to transform your life as you really dive into it, open your heart. And especially since we're right now in a season of prayer and fasting, I believe that God is just going to speak to you in just an extraordinary way because we are consecrating ourselves unto Him. So again, thank you so much for taking this journey with me. Invite a friend to be a part of it. Get the book in whichever format is going to serve you. And I can't wait to fellowship with all of you on January the 26th. All right. God bless. Peace out.